Good day guys, welcome back to Brusader. I'll be continuing from the previous video. This will be part 2, the differences between Rugby League and Rugby Union. In part 1 I spoke mainly about the forwards and their role, but the backs are also important, and there are also there's differences in the backs in both Rugby Union and Rugby League as well. And in the backs, because the forwards can win a game in Rugby Union just by controlling the ruck, the line out, the scrum, the backs don't really play a part in some games where a forward pack can find that they're stronger than the other through those advantages of the line out, the scrum, and the ruck. And when a forward pack feels like they're on top, they can also do that in pick and drives, and when they're close to try lines, if their ruck is functioning well, which is one of the big three parts of a forward pack play: the scrum, the line out, and the ruck. So if their ruck is functioning well and they keep keeping their ball and keep winning their ball on the ground, if they're close to a try line, they can just pick and drive and score a lot of tries through pick and drives near try lines. So if their ruck is functioning well, a forward pack can just keep scoring tries through pick and drives near the try line, or a line out near a try line. They can just go over. Or if a scrum is near the opposition's try line, they can also push over the opposition's try line and score. So that is why a forward pack can also score a lot of points for you, and you don't really need your back line to score the tries. You don't really need to spread the ball in a 15-man game in the Rugby Union compared to the Rugby Sevens, which is the shorter version of Rugby Union. So you don't really need to spread the ball. The backs hardly see the ball in some games. It's only when a forward pack is like they're both very good forward packs, then you can try to find an advantage when you spread it out wide if you have a quicker winger than a slower winger on the other side. So that is why in Rugby Union, backs are not always important. If a forward pack can dominate the ruck, the line out, and the scrum, but if your forward pack can't dominate the ruck, line out, and scrum, then you try to spread the ball out wide to see if you have a quicker winger or a stronger center or a skillful fullback who can try to find that space to score the try. But in Rugby League, because they spread the ball a lot more, and it's not like if a forward pack is dominating, you can keep it tight and try to pick and drive and score. It's every time there's a chance to score, you're always spreading the ball. So that is why in Rugby League it's played differently. Backs sit a ball in every game compared to a Rugby Union game. Backs don't always have to sit a ball. So that is why Rugby League backs are very important in Rugby League, and Rugby Union forwards are very important in Rugby Union, because backs most of the time win the games in Rugby League, and in Rugby Union it's the forwards that can win the game most of the time. And in Rugby League, the backs are numbers are lower numbers. So a fullback is 1. The wingers are both 2 and 5 on the backs, the numbers on the backs. The centers are 3 and 4. And the halves combination is 6 and 7. But in Rugby Union, the backs, the fullback is 15. The wingers are 11 and 14. The centers are 12 and 13. And the halves are 9 and 10. So the numbering in both codes are different. So if you see a fullback in Rugby League, a fullback in Rugby League is 1. And in Rugby Union, number 1 is a prop. So the numberings are different, but it shows how important a 1 is in both codes, in the respective codes, because a prop is more important in Rugby Union and a fullback is more important in Rugby League. So the number 1 is key to the respective codes. And the forwards are always lower numbers in Rugby Union, and the backs are always lower numbers in Rugby League. So maybe that tells you that Rugby League backs are more important than forwards, and in Rugby Union it's the opposite. The forwards are more important than the backs. That's in terms of winning matches and more times than losing them. Backs are more important in Rugby League and forwards are more important in Rugby Union. What do you guys think about that? Like the numbering, the lower numbers for forwards in Rugby Union and the lower numbers for backs in Rugby League. Maybe that's telling us something, that both codes have different reasons why they win most of the games. In Rugby League, if you have a good backline, you win most of your games. And if in Rugby Union, if you have a good forward pack, you win most of your games. So that's the differences between Rugby League and Rugby Union. The backs have different numberings on the back, so you don't get that confused that if you see a number 12 in Rugby League, that's a forward. But if you see a number 12 in Rugby Union, that's not a forward, that's actually a center. So that's the differences in the numberings as well on the shirts, on the jerseys. Apart from that, there's not much difference between Rugby League and Rugby Union. But if you didn't see part 1, I did outline most of the differences between both codes. And if you like videos like this, and you're not sure about sports and you like videos like this, let me know. And I can also tell you differences in AFL or whatever sport you might find difficult not knowing about. So thanks for watching and have a good day.